Red just announced a new camera, a follow-up to the Red Komodo 6K camera, and it's called the Red Komodo X 6K S35. It sits somewhere between the original Red Komodo camera and the DSM-C3 line. It's got a new sensor, new inputs, and some new accessories. I've got all the details coming up after this short break, but first, please do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter, but most importantly, please subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really does help this channel grow. And thanks to your support, we just passed that 40,000 subscriber mark. The Red Limited Edition Stormtrooper model, the one featured here, it's for, well, early adopters as it has beta software. It has a redesigned 6K S35 global shutter sensor capable of 80 frames per second progressive, a new reinforced lens mount, and a new micro V battery mount. The new sensor is built to deliver fast-moving subjects without any rolling shutter, and this is thanks to its global shutter, just like the previous Red Komodo. But the new sensor also improves color and detail in the shadows. This actual footage was captured using the Red Limited Edition Stormtrooper model with beta software, and this was shot by B&H Photo. The Red Komodo X can capture 6K up to 80 frames per second, 5K up to 96 frames per second, 4K up to 120 frames per second, and up to 240 frames per second in 2K. And all done without any rolling shutter. And as much as I like the Canon EOS R5, the recently announced Nikon Z8, the Sony A7 R5, they're not going to hold a candle to this camera. To be able to produce high frame rates without any rolling shutter, to be able to produce the color detail in the shadows, this camera, the Red Komodo X 6K S35, delivers a level of performance for videographers that, well, you're just not going to get in any Canon, Sony, Nikon, at least any camera under $13,000. The Red Komodo X is the exact same footprint, the same size as the original Komodo, but the Komodo X adds new capabilities that make it feel a little bit more like a DSM-C3 camera. The new locking RF mount is more rigid, more stable, more assertive, and the new RF to PL, well, it's metadata compatible with IPL lenses. The back has a new micro V mount adapter. These batteries provide higher capacity and can power multiple devices, which makes life easier if you've got a monitor attached. And Red's upcoming Pro I/O will allow standard size V-mount batteries or gold mount batteries to be attached. However, the ports have been moved around a little bit, so not all cages are going to work so well with the Komodo X. And these new accessories, they're going to work with the Komodo X as well as the DSM-C3 line. And that RF to PL adapter that we talked about earlier, the one that enables metadata communication between IPL lenses, well, it also has an electronic ND filter providing 2 to 7 stops. Other accessories announced, a new top handle with a record button and a 15mm mount. And lastly, Red announced a new micro V mount battery. So you might be wondering, how much is it going to cost and when is it going to start shipping? Well, the Red Komodo X 6K S35 is available for pre-order today at Adorama and B&H for $9,995 using my smart links. Now, what's really nice about these smart links is it's going to show everything, all the packages, all the accessories, including the original Red Komodo. So you can see them all listed here, and you can go ahead and pre-order because there's some accessories that also are on sale, and you might get a few deals as well. And you won't have to wait too long for the camera because it starts shipping next Tuesday, May the 23rd, so you could probably have it within a few days. You might have it within 2 weeks. It's pretty exciting. I would love to have the Red Komodo X or even the original Red Komodo because it offers something that's a step and above what I'm shooting with now. I mean, the Canon R5, after all, is a stills hybrid camera. Well, it has some pretty good video capabilities. They just, well, pale in comparison to what Red does with the Red Komodo X 6K S35. Sure, it doesn't do 8K, but to be able to have that color performance in low light situations in the shadows with a global shutter, wow, I certainly would like to have my hands on that camera. Maybe someday I'll have it on this channel. Maybe someday it'll be my studio camera. Although using a global shutter for these kind of talking head pieces probably wouldn't serve too much of a point. So I probably should use it in my run and gun stuff. Wow, Red Komodo X 6K S35. At $9,995, it's a bit out of the reach of this ordinary filmmaker, but perhaps somewhere on my roadmap in 2024 or 2025. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest camera news and rumors, well then go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. I cover all the major, I cover all the major camera brands, all the major camera news and rumors. And for all the minor news and rumors or excellent pricing or pre-order information, well then I recommend following me on Twitter, because on any given day I'll put out 2 to 3 tweets, sometimes as many as 7 tweets, depending on what's going on. It's for all those, well, news and rumor items or sale items that, well, aren't quite big enough to have their own separate video. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have used my pre-order links for the Red Komodo or anything else, I want to say a special thanks, because I do get about 2% back or up to 6% back, depending on what you're purchasing. And it really goes back to helping invest within this channel, helping this channel grow. So someday I might be able to purchase cameras like the Red Komodo, but I want to let you in on a little bit of a peek to my roadmap. Thanks to all the pre-orders you guys have done, and thanks to all the ads that you guys let watch, or that you guys watch or let display while you're watching this video, this channel has funding to be able to purchase, to commit to purchasing the Canon EOS R5 Mark II when it comes out, as well as the Canon EOS R1. So the Red Komodo X, that would be nice to have on the roadmap, but at this point, I got to get those 2 cameras, and that's going to be a little bit pricey. I'm assuming that the Canon EOS R1 is going to cost around $7,000, and the Canon EOS R5 Mark II, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in right around $39.99. I wonder if it'll have a stacked sensor. We'll just have to wait and see. We are rumored to have an announcement in the 4th quarter of this year, probably late October or early November. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.